Hello everyone, welcome to Bridge to Success, your path to success. Today we will deep dive into Agentic AI Solution where innovation meets efficiency, exploring cutting-edge tools, models and technologies shaping the future of AI. This video is essential viewing, so please watch until the end. The key contributors to Agentic AI Solutions will be highlighted and followed by a detailed overview of tools and framework, libraries, models, and technologies. These are specifically designed to support autonomous task execution and seamless multi-agent collaboration. Tools and frameworks. There are around 45 which I have collected and I would like to address those. The following tools and frameworks enable the creation, orchestration, and deployment of agentic AI systems ranging from open source to enterprise-grade solutions. CrewAI, the brief description, open source framework for orchestrating rule-based AI agents in collaborative workflows, enabling rapid prototyping and integrating with LangChain domains and its benefit, the domains which are around business automations, content creation, financial analysis, customer support, streamlines workflow, reduce cost, and enhance decision making through multi-agent collaboration should be used CrewAI for benefits, pricing and licensing. Free open source under MIT license, core framework free to use and modify, and the hosted plan is the basic $99 per month, pro $1,000 per month, ultra is up to 1,20,000 per year. Generally why to use is basically for the companies use it for scalable AI automation that integrates seamlessly with existing tools, ideal for efficient and multi-agent systems. And what problem solved is the complex task orchestrating production grade workflow limitations. And the language preferred is Python, requires Python skills, community driven with rapid updates, suitable for enterprise and rapid support. LangGraph, the graph-based framework for building stateful multi-actor agent applications with workflow visualization and state tracking. The domains and its benefit, generally the domains like AI agent development, LLM workflows, multi-agent systems, provides control over agent flows and supports diverse architectures. And the pricing and the license, there is free and open source, and there is also a hosted plan, developer free plus $40 monthly plus usage, enterprise custom pricing. And why generally to use for teams needing reliable agent orchestration without managing infrastructures. And what generally the problem solved is lack of persistence in agent servers, scaling complex LLM agents, and the language preferred is Python, JavaScript, and generally the other nodes is integrated with Langsmith for observability, part of LangChain ecosystems. Microsoft AutoGen, framework for developing conversational multi-agent systems with error handling and enterprise security. The area of domains to be get benefited are AI research, complex task solving, and education, which enables agent corporation and reduce cost efforts. Pricing and licensing, there is free and open source, and also enterprise plan starts at approximately $30,000 per year for 5+ set license. LLM API cost applies. Generally why to use for building for building efficient conversational AI systems, especially in Microsoft ecosystem. And would generally the problem solved is the scales multi-agent interactions and automates real-world tasks. The language preferred is Python, and general other area nodes are like required LLM API keys, supports Docker and cross-language like Python.NET. OpenAI Swarm, lightweight framework for multi-agent orchestration with simple API and flexible configurations. And the area of domains which get benefit is AI automation, complex workflows, simplifies agent coordination in development project. And the pricing and license are free and open source with element dependent on OpenAI API usage, subscription plans flexible based on agents. Why to use for developers needing scalable multi-agent setups in the OpenAI ecosystem. And the problem solved, reduce agent communication overhead and task delegation complexities. The preferred language is Python, and additional nodes are like built on OpenAI, ideal for lightweight deployment generally. Semantic Kernel, SDK for integrating AI models into .NET, Python, Java apps with skill plugins, and context management. And the area of domains to be get benefited are like enterprise apps, AI integrations with seamless AI embedding and multi-platform support. The price and the license, there is free and open source, and LLM cost applies subscriptions from $15 to $200 per month. Why to use? For Microsoft ecosystem user building AI enhanced software with enterprise integrations, and general problem solved is the simplifies AI models integrating complexities, and the language preferred is the .NET, Python, Java, C Sharp, and the nodes like support plugins with memory, part of Microsoft AI tools, LlamaIndex, the data frame for connecting LLMs to external source with indexing and rack support. The area of domains and for there to be get benefited are like data-driven AI rack system, which efficient data indexing and retrieval argumentations. Pricing and license, there is free and open source, and also cloud plan from $99 per month and 100k free credits. Then pay as you go. Why you use? For creating context-aware LLM apps with extensive data source support. Problem solved generally are like data connectivity issues for LLMs. Language preferred is Python and supports 160 plus data source. Revenue $1.8 million as of 2025. SuperAGI, platform for building and managing AI agents with multi-modal capabilities and scalable deployments. The area of domains to be get benefited like sales, marketing, and development, automate operations and enhance productivity. The pricing and license not free, $49 per user per month for crate pack, enterprise customs seats, $49 per month. And why to use? For business needing AI-driven workflows and omni-channel supports. Problem solved is generally manual task repetition and operational inefficiencies will be get resolved, and language preferred is Python and supports long-term memory focused on enterprise automation. AutoGPT, autonomous AI agent for task generation and execution with goal-oriented planning. The area of domains and for they to be get benefited like personal productivity, research for self-motivating task handling. And the price and license, it is free and open source. LLM API costs apply. Pricing details not disclosed here. And why to use? For experimental AI autonomy in task management, and mostly the problem solved is iterative task management and priority-based executions. Preferred language Python, requires OpenAI API, charges based on token usage like $0.03 per 1k for prompts. OpenDevin, platform for AI software developers as generalist agents for coding and debugging tasks. The area of domain and benefits, software development, and the benefits are like automate coding tasks. Pricing and license, free and open source. Cloud $20 free credit, pay as you go from $20. Why to use? For accelerating development cycles and automated coding. General the problem solved is the coding bottlenecks in software development. Preferred language Python, formerly OpenDevin, collaborative for multi-agent coding. BabyAGI, task-driven agent framework inspired by human cognition for task creation and prioritization. The area of domains and its benefits, task management, and the benefit is autonomous handling. Price and license, free open source, no license fees for now. Why to use? For simple AI task automation in experimental settings, and the problem solved, priority based execution in autonomous system. Python is language preferred and cost effective open source alternative. N8N, open source workflow automation tool with AI agent capabilities and drag and drop interface. The area of domains and their specific benefits like workflow automation, the domain, and the benefit is like no code integration. About the pricing and the license, yes, there is a free and open source community edition, cloud form $20 per month, enterprise from $400 per month. And why generally to use? Is for non-technical automations with scalable integrations. And what generally the problem gets solved is the app connectivity and workflow limits. Language is preferred JavaScript, and general other nodes is like unlimited workflows in new plans, self-host free. Zephyr, no-code automation platform with AI agents extension for app integration. The area of domain and the benefits, app integrations, the area of domain, and the benefit is like easy automation. And the price and license, free limited plan also there. Professional like $29.99 per month, and for the team $69 per month. And why generally to use is for quick workflow setup and business environment. General the problem solved is the manual data transfer between apps, and preferred language no code. Something other notes like usage based 8,000 plus apps supported. Make.com visual automation tool for complex workflow with API connections and the domains, general domains, and what benefits using this is the automation is the domain area, and the benefit is the visual builders, and the price and the license free and limited plan also there from $99 per month operations and credit based, and why general to use for complex workflow in professional settings, and what general the problem solved is the process automations and scenario building. The preferred language no code, and general the other notes is like replacing operations with crate from August 27 2025. Workato enterprise grade automation with agentic recipes and compliance feature. The area of domains and its benefit enterprise integration, and its the benefit is scalable automation. The pricing license not free from $1,000 per year, usage based. Why to use for large scale operation with scalable automations. Problem solved generally data silos and integration complexities to be get resolved. Language preferred is no code, and something like other nodes is the flexible to needs, transparent pricing. Tray.io workflow platform for API driven automations with Visual Builder. Automation is the domain, and the benefits is AI assistant mapping. Pricing license not free, custom starts around $36,785,000 per year from $500 per month. Why to use for business users with citizens automators. Problem solved generally integration complexity in teams. Language preferred no code, and other nodes are like tailored pricing, free trial available. Microsoft Power Automate cloud-based RPA with AI Builder for desktop flows and low-code agents. Workflow is the domain, and the benefit is the Microsoft integration, especially pricing unlicensed free limited plans from $15 per user per month, process $150 per bot per month, and why to use for Microsoft ecosystem with integrated automation. Problem solved repetitive tasks and workflow creation, and yes it is no code, and the other notes is like 90 days trial for some plans. Pipream serverless workflow platform for developers with code first automation. Integration is the domain area, and the benefit is code control. Pricing license free plan from $29 per month. Advance is $99 per month. Why to use for developers needing code control in integrations. Problem solved custom workflows and real-time events. JavaScript is the preferred language and includes free credit monthly. Node-RED workflow programming for IoT and agentic workflows with visual nodes. IoT automation, the area of domain, and the benefits is visual programming. Pricing, the licensing free, open source, no paid plan mentioned as of yet, and why to use for event driven apps in IoT domain, and problem solved generally device wiring and visual programming. JavaScript is the preferred language. IBM backend conference in 2025. Flowise Visual Workflow Builder integrated with LangChain for agent flows. LLM orchestration domain area to be get benefited drag and drop. It is free to use and open source. Starter $35 per month, and Pro is $99 per month. Generally for AI agents with visual builders to be solved like AI workflow creations and orchestrations. Preferred language is Python. There is like unlimited in paid plans, and it is generally a low code. Botpress conversational AI platform with workflow orchestration and chat emulator. Chatbot is a domain area, generally get benefited knowledge base, and the free plan limited plan also from $495 per month plus $89 per month, and generally for the customer engaging with conversational AI majorly we get useful, and user interaction and multi-channel deployment problem generally resolved, and it is no code. Pay as you go. Mood branding in paid. Rivet visual scripting for AI agents with debugging tools and prompt chaining. Automation domain area. API integration is the benefit. License about the custom contact for code. It will be used for web tasks with API integration, and generally problem solved of data extraction and automation. Python is preferred language. TypeScript execution for parent estimation in some context. Small agents. Minimalist framework for quick AI automation with LLM agnostic support. Agentic system code agents, that is the area benefit, and the free open source, free forever. That's awesome. For simple agents in code-based setups and problem solved with the task execution in lightweight systems. Python is preferred. Hugging Face integration, simple library is MISA, agent-based modeling framework for simulations of complex systems. Multi-agent, the domain area benefit for collaboration. Pricing is it is a custom open source aspect free. Contact for code and for use is for team workflow in multi-agent simulations. Generally, the problem solve of coordination in complex systems. Python is preferred. Data visualization for licensing in specific context. SPADE, multi-agent systems framework with agent communication protocols. Multi-agent, the domain area benefit for the communication. It is free, open source, free to use. For distributed systems with agent interaction is generally the area to use. For agent interaction in MAS, Python is a preferred. Behavior modeling, pricing for related product like WinFast. RLlib, enforcement learning library for multi-agent scenarios with scalable training. Enforcement learning, the domain area and benefit for scalable RL. It is free, open source, free to use. For ML training in enforcement learning, generally for the policy optimization and scalable RL, Python is a preferred language, part of Ray industry grade. Petting Zoo, multi-agent enforcement learning environment with gym-like interface. Multi-agent RL, the domain area, benefit for the environments. Free, open source, free to use. For RL research in multi-agent setups. Problem solved agent training environment. Python is preferred. For gaming and simulations, Petting Zoo event in 2025. NetLogo, agent-based modeling for simulations with turtle graphics. Agent-based modeling, the domain area, benefit for the simulation. And it is free, open source, free to use for modeling complex system. And emergent behavior, simulation for emergent behavior. Java is the preferred language. Behavior space course in 2025. Camel AI, framework for communicative agents with role-playing simulations. Multi-agent, the domain area, benefit for scaling loss. It is free, open source, free to use for agent research and scaling loss. And the problem area solved is agent revolving and multi-agents dialogues. Python is a preferred language, community for data generation. LangFlow, visual IDE on top of LangChain with pre-built templates and LLM integrations. AI workflow, the domain area, benefit for visual builders. And it is free, open source, cloud from $40 per month. For RAG apps with visual builders, agent orchestration and workflow creation, the problem area will get solved and Python is a preferred language. And JSON exports low code for agents. Agent LLM, framework for LLM based agents with custom tool integration and memory management. LLM agents, the domain area, benefit for task planning and it is free, open source, free to use. For autonomous AI with task planning, area problem solved is the complex tasks in LLM agents. Python is a preferred usage and cost tracking. OpenHands, collaborative agent framework for software development with human in loop. Software development, the domain and benefit is code generation. Free, open source, cloud, $20 free credits, pay as you go from $20. And why to use? For coding agents to accelerate development. Development acceleration with code generation, the problem area gets solved and Python is a preferred language. Formally, OpenDevin enterprise option. Volt agent, TypeScript framework for modular agents with multi-agent planning. Automation domain, benefit by task handling. Pricing is custom. Contact for the code. For business purpose workflow with task handling generally to be get used and problem solved manually process in automation. Python is preferred. It has a deployment in cloud and local deployment. Low voltage licensing in some context. Robot, AI assistance agent builder with built-in MCP and RAG support. Multi-agent, the domain area, benefit with agent building. It's a pricing like free, open source, free to use for custom agents in multi-agent system. AI orchestration and agent building, the problem area gets solved. And Python is preferred. Watercraft licensing analogs, free for boats. ROS, framework for robotic agents with hardware abstraction and simulation tools. Robotic domain, benefit for hardware abstractions. Free, open source, free to use for robot development and device control. Device control in robotics, the problem area gets resolved. Language preferred is C++, Python, C++, ROSCON 2025, medical cannabis analogs, general area information, Gazebo, robotic simulator with physics engines and sensor modeling. Simulation is the domain area, benefit for physics engine. It's free, open source, end of life Jan 2025 for classic version. For to use is for robot testing in simulation, problem solving, real world simulation for robotics. Language preferred C++. General notes is like migrate to new Gazebo, cost $5070 for physical Gazebo. PyBullet, physics simulations for agents with conclusion, detection, and reinforcement learning. Physics simulation, the domain area, benefit for rigid body dynamics, and it's free, open source, free to use. Why to use is for ML in robotics with rigid body dynamic, and the problem area solved is conclusion detection in simulations. Preferred language is Python. Part of Bullet Physics low price games. Unity ML agents, toolkit for gaming AI agents with training environment and behavior cloning. Gaming development domain area, benefit is RL training. Pricing is free, open source. Unity Pro from $200 per month. Why to use is for simulated environment in gaming development, and the problem solving area is agent learning in games. C# is preferred language. Unity pricing increased to $2,200 per year. DeepMind Lab, 3D navigation and puzzle solving for agents in RL benchmarks. AI research is the domain area, benefited with 3D navigation. Free, open source, free to use for RL tasks in AI research. Problem solve area is the environment simulation for research. Preferred language is Lua from DeepMind, tailored pricing for labs. Open Interpreter, tool for computer control and code execution with natural language interface. Code execution, the domain area, benefited with natural language interface. Free, open source, free to use for task automation with command line interaction. Problem solved is the natural language to code translation. Python is a preferred language. Language testing in 2025. AWS Bedrock agents, SDK for scalable agents with model driven planning and tool integrations. Cloud AI, the domain area, benefited with hosted models. It's not free, usage based, $0.035 per 1000 node transitions. Preview, free until September 16, 2025. Why to use for scalable agent deployment in cloud environment, and problem solved area is the model integration and deployment simplicity. Preferred language is Python. Metered daily from February 1st, 2025. Salesforce Agentforce, platform for building and scaling enterprise AI agents with pre-built actions. Business automation, the domain area, benefited with pre-built actions. Not free. Flux credit, $500, 1 lakh per user licensing, 6% price increase from August 1st, 2025. Why to use is for the business automations with interoperability. Problem latency execution in enterprise, the area got resolved, and it is no code and Python based no code. It's unlimited licenses in some plans. ServiceNow AI Agent Orchestrator, control tower for managing teams of AI agent across department with inter-agent communication. Enterprise workflow, the domain area, benefited with communications. It is not free, from $90 to $200 per user per month. Custom for enterprise. Why to use is for the departmental agent management in IT and HR. Generally, the problem area solved is centralized coordination and custom building. This is a no code. Vancouver release in 2025. Google Cloud Vertex AI agents, console for conversational agents with generative AI and observability. Cloud tools, the domain area, benefited with observability, not free, $0.00003 per 1K. For evaluation, input $1.25 per 1M tokens, 1 million tokens. Pay as you go. This is for building natural language agents with emotion comprehension. The problem solved area is conversational AI and real-time processing. Python is the preferred language. It is flexible pricing for training and prediction. IBM Watson X AI agents for IAM and workflows with industry-specific customization. Industry agents, the domain area, benefited with the customizations. Trial available, essential for standard plans from $0 to $1050. Foundation models custom. This is for building and deploying AI in enterprise. The problem solved area is the industry workflows and AI deployment. Python is preferred language. This includes APIs and tools. Nvidia Nvidia NeMo Agent Toolkit, open source library for profiling and optimizing AI agents with performance monitoring. AI optimization, the domain area benefited with caching, and it is free, open source, free to use. This is for optimized agent performance in hardware accelerated environments. The area of problem solved is the performance monitoring and caching. Python is the preferred language. It's a part of Nvidia AI Foundry. With this, we are come to the end of tools and frameworks. Now let's look into libraries. Libraries provide foundational components for building agentic AI systems supporting tasks like data processing, model integration, and communication. LangChain, core library for building LLM-powered applications and agents with chain composition and tool integration. Domain areas such as AI development, LLM apps, benefits, memory management, and chains. It's free, open source, hosted plans for teams. It is for reliable LLM apps development and resolves chain and memory management. Generally preferred Python. It is updated TOS August 6, 2025. Haystack, open source NLP library for building search and agent systems with document retrieval. Domain area NLP get benefited as retrieval. It is free, open source. Team pricing from $55 per year, and it is useful for search systems and resolves question answering pipelines. Preferred language is Python. It inclusive pricing. Network X, graph library for complex network analysis in agents. Graph analysis domain get benefited with modeling, and it is free, open source under BSD license. It is generally for modeling agent interaction and resolves network analysis issues. Python is the preferred language. There is an event in 2025. PyTorch, deep learning library for custom modeling training in agents. Deep learning domain gets benefited with extensions of PyTorch and is free, open source, permissive license. It is for model training and resolves fine-tuning LLMs. Preferred language Python. It has an ecosystem of tools. ChromaDB, vector database for embedding storage in memory systems. Memory systems domain area get benefited with vector DB, and it is free, open source under Apache 2.0. Used base $250 per gigabyte written, $0.33 gigabyte monthly stored. To use for scalable search in agents, resolves embedding storage. Python is a preferred language. It has a free credits of $5. Pinecone, Cloud Vector DB for scalable search in knowledge management. Knowledge management domain area get benefit with search. It is not free. Pay as you go from $0.096 per hour. Minimum $25 per month. It uses production workloads and semantic querying problem get resolved using this. Python is a preferred language. It's a platform fee until September 1st, 2025. VV8, graph-based vector search for semantic querying in agents. Agents and graphs domain area has a benefit of semantic using VV8. It's not free, from $25 per month, $0.095 per 1 million dimensions. It is for the AI native vector database, resolves knowledge graphs issues. Language is Python preferred, and it has an enterprise agreement. Stable baselines 3, RL algorithms for policy training in multi-agent RL. Reinforcement learning domain get benefit with algorithms using this, and it is free and open source. It's for reliable RL implementation, resolves policy optimization issues. Python is the preferred language, has a release 2.7 in 2025. Fast API, web framework for building APIs with type hints. Web development domain area benefiting with much performance using this. It is free, open source, cloud pricing under development. It is generally for the high performance APIs. Resolves API building for tools. Python is the language preferred. It plays with linters. Pydantic, data validation library using type hints. Data processing domain is get benefited with different set of validations. It is free, open source, and is Logfire Enterprise Cloud Custom. It uses for structured output in planning and resolves data validations. Python is the preferred language. Logfire pricing applies to observability. RabbitMQ, message queuing for agent communication in mass domain benefited with queuing. It is free and open source, and it also has a commercial license available. It is used for the distributed agent systems and solve agent communication problem. Language is preferred Python. Erlang, latest release 4.1 in 2025. TensorFlow, deep learning framework for model training. Deep learning, the domain benefited with ecosystem. It has free and open source, generally to be used for custom agents with ML, problems solved for the model training. Python is a preferred and it is end-to-end platform. Pandas, data processing library for analysis task. Data processing, the domain area benefited with structures. It has free and open source, mostly used for data manipulation in agents to resolve data analysis. Python is a preferred language. It has a high performance. NumPy, library for numerical computing with arrays. Math domain area benefited with functions. It's free and open source, generally for mathematical operations. Array manipulation resolution. Python is the preferred language. Release 2.0 in 2025. Scikit-learn, machine learning library for classification and regression. Machine learning, the domain area benefited with algorithms. It is free and open source, mostly used for ML models in agents. Supervised learning problem resolution. Python is a preferred language. Released 1.7 in 2025. LangServe, serving for LangChain apps in deployment. Deployment, the domain area benefited with serving. It's free, part of LangChain, hosted with pricing as LangChain also, mostly for production agents. Deployment of apps is the problem resolution. Preferred language Python. Model usage tracking. Llama CPP Python, local LLM interface for efficient running. Local interface domain area benefit with binding. It's free and open source, mostly for the edge agents. Efficient interface resolution for this. And preferred language is Python. It's for llama.cpp. Llama, local LLM management for model serving. Deployment, development is the domain area. Benefit with offline, free and open source, no fees. Mostly for development without internet. Resolving model serving locally. Preferred language is Python. It is partner with OpenAI. Guardrails AI, output validation for safety in agents. Ethical AI, the domain area, benefit with validations. It is free, open source, and managed service custom, mostly for ethical agents with output validations. Resolves safety in AI. Preferred language Python. It has a hassle-free deployment. By this, we are end of libraries. Now coming to the models. Large language models, LLMs, provide them reasoning and decision-making capabilities for agentic AI systems. GPT Series, versatile LLMs for general-purpose agentic tasks with multi-modal reasoning. General AI and tool calling is the domain area wherein it gets benefited with versatility. It is not free. Input $3 per 1 million tokens. Output $12 per 1 million tokens. Fine tuning $1.25 inputs. It is really a high performance task and resolves multi-modal reasoning. The preferred language is like APIs generally should be defined. Image output extra cost in this. Cloud series, safety focused models for enterprise agents with long context handling. Enterprise, the domain area, benefited with safety. It's not free. Opus $15 per mTOG input, $18.75 output. Sonnet $3 input. It is much useful for the ethical alignment and resolves long context ethics. API is preferred process for using this and it has prompt caching. Gemini, multi-modal models for conversational and visual agents. Conversational domain area get benefited with multi-modal. It is free tier for testing. Input $125 per 1 million. Output $1.25. Free in some cases. It is useful for the real-time processing and resolves emotion detection. The coding to interact with this is API methodology and it is Gemma 3 quantized. Llama series, open source models for customizable agents with fine tuning. Flexible apps, the domain area get benefited with efficiency. It has free, open source and API from partners. $0.18 per 1 million input per Scott. Is useful for cost efficiency, resolves customization. Preferred language, way to interact is API and Python is the preferred language. It has a API preview. DeepSeek R1, high performance model for reasoning intensive tasks like math and code. Reasoning domain area is much benefited with performance. It's not free. Put $0.55 per million $14 the output, $2 $2.19 per 1 million. And it is useful for the advanced reasoning, resolves math for generation. API is the way of interactive and it has the cache hit discounts. Grok models, creative models for exploratory agents with real-time knowledge. Exploratory, the domain area benefited with WIT. It has a free for X users and API, the Grok for $3 per 1 million inputs and $15 output. Super Grok $30 per month. It is useful for the creative task. Resolves real-time integrations. API is the media to interact. Grok 4 available. In detail you can see in the XAI/Grok. Mistral. Efficient open source model for lightweight agents. Lightweight domain area get benefit with PEAT. It has free plan, team plan, API pricing per model. It is mostly useful for the speed in low resource environment and resource deployment efficiency. The interaction way is through API. It has a multi-modal which been released on August 2025. Llama 3 lightweight multi-modal models for edge deployment. Multi-modal, the domain area benefited with compactness. It has a free tier similar to Gemini. Input $1.25 per 1 million. Mostly used for the edge AI and resolves low resource deployment. The media of interaction is API. It is based on the Gemini 2.0. Now by this we are end of models. Now let's look into the technologies. Core technologies enables the functionality and scalability of agentic AI systems across various applications. Reasoning and planning. LLMs for multi-step problem solving using RAG and chain of thought prompting. The domain area is like AI research, data analysis, while these get benefited with improved autonomy and accuracy. This is to enable complex decision making and resolves single step limitations in LLMs. The preferred language is Python with SimpliVai and Pulp Python and well integrated with reinforcement learning. Multi-agent systems, architecture for agent collaboration and delegation. Simulation robotics, the domain area get benefited with inter-agent communication and is used for the team-based AI task. Resolves isolated agent performance. And the language preferred is the Python with WebSockets, MQTT Python, and it is a role-based collaboration. Well, yes, memory and knowledge management. Vector databases for persistent storage and retrieval. Knowledge graphs, the domain area, and also the RAG, the domain area get benefited with context retention and it is for the long-term agent memory. Resolves forgetfulness in sessions and the preferred language Python with ChromaDB, Pinecone, Python and it has semantic search capabilities. Tool use integration, function calling and API connectors for external interaction, automation, data access. The domain area gets benefited with extended agent capabilities. It is for to connect agents to real world tools and resolves limited internal knowledge. The preferred language is Python with fast API, Zapier Python. It has a browser control functionality been included. Deployment and scaling, cloud orchestration for production agents, enterprise AI, the domain area benefited with scalability. It is mostly used for the reliability, production deployment and resolves scaling bottlenecks. Preferred language varies with Dockers, Kubernetes, mostly the Python been used and it has a serverless option available. Security and observability, guardrails and monitoring for enterprise use. Compliant AI, the domain area benefited with safety to ensure ethical and secure agents, resolves bias and errors. Python with Guardrail AI. Python is the language to be used for this. Encryption tool also been included. Domain specific tech, specialized tool like vision and speech for UI agents. Tailored application, the domain area get benefited with domain specific solutions. It mostly used for the tailored application and resolves domain limitations. Python with OpenAI Whisper is the preferred one to be get used and it has a physics simulation support. Finally, core AI tech frameworks for PyTorch for deep learning, Foundational AI, the domain area, gets benefited with data processing. Generally, this gets used for the foundational AI building, resolves data processing. Python with TensorFlow, NumPy is the preferred libraries in Python to be get used for core AI tech, and it has scikit-learn integration. With this, we come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope you found this information very useful. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and please share your comments. Well, I will sign off for now. Stay tuned for the next video from Bitch to Success. Take care, see you soon, and God bless.